Hi, everybody. Oh, the camera's slipping. There we go. No, stay where you are. Don't move. Okay. So I'm doing a quick video here to talk about covers, book jackets. And so I have three that I'm gonna have us take a look at here, but I wanted to just share those with you. So this is the book jacket for Nevermore. So I want you to pay attention to sort of how the book jacket is organized. You've got your name of the author at the top. You've got a clear, interesting, bold-looking title, Nevermore, The Trials of Morgan Crow. You got interesting artwork here. You notice that it's like sort of a muted colors in the background, but then we have little pops of color here, but everything else is kind of technical difficulties. Trying it again. Stay right there. All right. So pops of color. Gotta stay flexible here. Okay, so I'm gonna pop this jacket off so we can take a look at what else is on here. All right, so if I were to open up the jacket, all right, so we've got, this is the front. Here's our spine. Again, title is here, author. Then down here at the bottom is the publisher. And so that's kind of a nice little touch. I know that when people have made their dust jackets in the past, they have sort of made up the name of a publisher if they wanted to have something on the spine. On the back right here, we've got a quick little, very short summary. Sometimes it's a quote from the book, a little passage from it that sort of is exciting or that's going to draw the reader's attention, just a little grabber there. And then down here at the bottom, we've got our pull quotes. And so, of course, it's a little small, I think, for you to be able to read, but I'll read a few of them. Jessica Townsend, Nevermore, The Trials of Morgan Crow is more than just a spectacular debut. Exciting, charming, and wonderfully imagined, it's the sort of delightful grand adventure destined to be on many a reader's favorite book. So that's a great quote because it sort of gives you some descriptive words to sort of say this is how you feel when you read it. And then it tells who Trenton Lee Stewart, the best-selling author of Mysterious Benedict Society series. So if you were to write a pull quote for your one of your teammates, you can certainly include a little plug for your own, right? Renowned author of, and then include your own title of your book. The next pull quote: spellbinding, a spellbinding debut that champions bravery, self-confidence, and hope. So that's kind of looking for the big theme ideas. So that's kind of great. A great way to have a quote is if you're sort of talking about what themes are there. A perfect fit for fans of Harry Potter and Percy Jackson. So that's another great way to do a pull quote, is to have someone say, if you like this book, this other series, then you'll like the one that you're doing the pull quote for. So that's a great example. So those are three examples of pull quotes. On the flaps, on the back flap, you've got a photo of the author and then a quick little synopsis of who they are. Jessica Townsend lives on the Sunshine Coast in Australia, but has lived on and off in London for a few years. She was a copywriter for 8 years and previously the editor of a children's wildlife magazine for Steve Irwin's Australia Zoo. Nevermore, The Trials of Morgan Crow is her first novel. And then you've got information here. There's a hashtag Nevermore. There's, again, information from the publisher. All right. On the other side, here is a longer synopsis of the sort of the main idea of the story. Of course, no spoilers in here. Oh, and then the price. You want to have the price on there if you can. Including the barcode down here sometimes. Some people have hand-drawn a barcode. It's kind of funny to see. But over here is a longer synopsis of the story so that you have an idea of what to expect. When I go to a bookstore, I always flip to that. Inside, the first thing I do is I flip to here and read this little synopsis to see if it's something that I would like. Another one, again, very interesting use of color on this jacket. The title of the book is Brown Girl Dreaming. And of course, it's very interesting that you've got this sort of silhouette of the ground as well as the silhouette of the girl, and that silhouette is brown here, which I think is really attractive use of color, and then the yellow and the blue. But then there's all this really interesting line work here that's coming out of the book that she's reading, or her imagination. I've not read this book, so I'm not sure. Author's name down here. So sometimes the author's title name is at the top, like in the previous. Here it's at the bottom. Notice that this is a very specific choice to have all of the wording be in lowercase, including the first letters, which is not normally how we do titles, but that's a decision that the author made, or the publisher made. All right. All right, so there's our front cover. Here's our pull quotes. Mrs. Woodson writes with a sure understanding of the thoughts of young people, offering a poetic, eloquent narrative that is not simply a story, but a mature exploration of grown-up issues and self-discovery. The New York Times, right? Coretta Scott King Honor Winner. So if you have any awards for your book, even if they are fictional awards, you can go ahead and have that appear on your jacket. So anyway, and on and on and on. There's more pull quotes. There's your barcode. Here on this side is the more lengthy description of what the book is about. And on the back, photo of the author and a description of who she is and what other books that she's written. So Jessica Townsend, this was her first novel, but over here, here's a list of all the other, like it's written in a narrative form, but all of the different books that she has written. And then Michael Chabon, if you've not read him, he's pretty great. Summerland is a great book. If you like baseball, it's about baseball, but also has a fair amount of fantasy worked into it. But Michael Chabon is a Pulitzer Prize winner, so he's got a big award name credit here. So here's his artwork. The author, his name sells it, so his name is bigger than the title because people want to see that first because they know it's he's a recognizable name for a lot of people. Title, pull quotes, Pulitzer Prize winner Chabon hits a high-flying home run, Publishers Weekly. And then over here is a different format, right? You've got, instead of having a bunch of pull quotes, there's just one, but then we've got another little synopsis of the book there, or a quote from the book, right? There's his author's photo, a little description of what he has accomplished. And on this side, here's more of a synopsis of the book. All right. So I will post with this video a list of some of the things that I want you to try and have on your book jacket. When you create your book jacket, you don't have to create it in a long, singular, whole piece of paper like we've got here. You can sort of do it in sections. You can say, here's what my front cover is going to look like. Here's my synopsis. Here's my back cover. Here's my about the author flap. All right. And you can have all those things sort of sequentially added to your document at the very front, right? Because that's where the cover is going to be, is at the very top of your EWP document. You can just sort of throw those things in there. If you prefer to have a sort of a working document and the final document, the one that is being shared and saying this is the final draft with the covers and all, then maybe you make a copy of your working document and then start including the covers and stuff at the top of the copy and call that final draft, and then have your covers at the top, and then that will be shared with me for scoring. In class today, we will talk about what that deadline is, because of course we're doing a revised deadline because everything is all wonky because of homeschool. So there's a revised final deadline for the EWP, but I will tell you all about that in class today. So be well, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.